guys. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. This is our our Advanced Ambient Light Projection 48. And this right here is the complete cinema. As you see how beautiful it looks. Fully lit environment. It looks absolutely incredible. And my screen here is 150 inches, 16:9. But I'm actually going to go bigger than this. So, got a chance to talk to the owner, because I want to talk to the owner before I do this. I'm going to be painting this into the wall. I like the screen I got here, but like I said, I can go much bigger, and I want to see as big as I can possibly go, or how big a screen I can possibly go with the P2 when we get it in here. As I said before, I got a few things in here I want to change out first before I actually buy the P2, get my gaming PC, customized PS5, and I'm probably going to buy a new speaker system too on top of that. I definitely want to cover the floor, so they gave me full permission to rip up the rugs. Not a problem. I got a crew coming in to take up the floor, and I want to make sure I get the rest of my furniture in here, wrap around couch, all that cool stuff, and then I'm gonna start buying my projectors. So I got permission. I can paint the wall. I want to do a big screen. I wanted a screen bigger than 150 inches for my P2, and I'm going to get it. So we're going to paint. These walls are perfectly flat, which is fantastic for running the projector. I can paint this directly to the wall. I don't have to build anything, put anything together. That's the beautiful part about it. That's what I like about the spandex screen. No frame to build. There's no way in the world I'm cutting that in here, or basically going to Home Depot and assembling a 150 inch screen. Do you know how big a 150 inch screen is? That's a big screen. All right, so I'm probably going to get, I say maybe about 100 and this is already know what this is. This is 235.1. This is 168 inches. Got full permission to paint it to the wall. So this is fantastic. I ain't got to build jack at the end of the day, which is fantastic because, again, this is a very wide screen. I can just paint it directly to the wall. I'm done, and that's it. I'm going to go pick up a ViewSonic. I was going to get the 1080p, but I like the 720p much better. It has a little bit more perks. I don't know why they did it the way with ViewSonic. It's kind of a mad scientist when it comes to their projector setups. So we're going to do 3 projector setups in here. 2 Christies for the back for complete portrait mode. All this is going to be going because I don't want this here at all, period. I want to put my cloud couch, which I'm about to order. I want to take all my PCs and slide them under my couch. And I'm making all the LED keyboard and mouse is all completely wireless. So I can sit there, do my work here, have my 2 projectors mounted up here and here for my portrait mode. And I'll probably get like a 60-inch dual from the screen we have here from the projectors. So I'm going to run 3 projectors in here at the same time. For the front area, we're going to run 2 projector system. I like my Christie, so I'm going to mount my Christie right up there. That's where I'm going to mount my Christie. Since it has that insane lens shift, I don't have to really worry about whether or not, where it's at. So it doesn't make a difference with that. And then I'm going to put my P2 up here up front, so I can switch back and forth on which one I want to use. So I do like the apartment, and I'll tell you why. It's big. And on top of that, it has enough room in here for me to put my giant wraparound couch, which I found a lot of places was not going to accommodate that monster couch. But this place is going to be to do it. So, yeah, got to get ready to get this place dressed up a little bit, looking more like home. I'm probably not going to be here that long. Like I said, I'm going to try to stay here the full year. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Moving is a headache. I hate to freaking move. But I'm in a plan at the end of the year, talk to the owner, and I wanted to know what the penalty would be if I wanted to break the lease and get out early so I can get this house. And we'll see how things go. But I'm definitely going to get a house. That's definitely going to happen. I'm buying one. So over here, they got these gorgeous, massive Victorian homes. I fell in love with the first time I saw one. And that sits in my head. I already got a broker to go in and try to find me a good sized one. I don't want anything too antique. I don't want to wake up in the morning and find things floating around the house. So I'm trying to get something modernized. So maybe I'll just buy some land and build something. But those ceilings, that's what I liked about it. Those ceilings and those Victorians are huge. You have any idea what size screen I could stick in there? Oh my goodness. If I could get a big enough screen, I want to do a massive 235.1. I saw a friend of this was a long time ago. A friend of mine used to have a CRT projector, and him and his wife lived in a warehouse. Like it was like a modernized warehouse, and they had this huge, massive wall from one end to the next. It was insane. And R2D2 literally was the size of a freaking, it was like, R2D2 was about that big. It was huge. And I'm like, gee whiz, what the freak? That literally was their entire screen. Ever since I saw it, I was like, I gotta have something like that in my home. Ever since I've been just striving for bigger and bigger screens. This place is the only place so far that I've been able to have really big screens in. The house was nice, but had so many windows all over the place. I literally couldn't get screens in there. So that's the only problem I had with that. But in this place, yeah, really, really lots of big walls in here. So we're gonna do two projectors in here set up. We're going to expand the wall, so we're going to start the paint job from here. I want a little bit of the wall to show, so we're going to start from here, come all the way to the bottom, come up from here to here. I want this thing to be big, so that way I can measure. I don't have to really care about what size I can get. I can just push it back a little bit if I want to get that size out of it. So that's going to be fun. I really haven't decided what we're going to do here. I'm thinking about fish tank. I really consider fish tank. Oh, what am I got the window open. I'm definitely thinking about fish tank right here. That's why I didn't move the teddy bears. I'm thinking about probably putting in I don't know. My sister has a 25 gallon. That thing is big. Probably about 50 gallons fish tank right here. And in the hallway, I'm definitely putting screens in. I'm putting in my visual gallery here. I'm going to get that M1 or whatever it's called by ViewSonic, little portal ones they have. I'm gonna have a connector here or here, maybe up here and here, and I'm gonna turn this into a visual wall. Little art gallery here. We'll put one here, we'll put one over there, and we'll put a portrait design right there. That's what I put right there. I'm gonna LED light the place, and guess what? Even better good news. So the fellow who I'm signing the major contract with is coming to where I'm gonna be living at. He's coming down here, he's gonna meet the whole family. We're gonna go out and get something to eat. We're gonna talk about, discuss business. He's gonna pop by the house, or the apartment now, I can't say house, the apartment, and he's gonna go look at everything. He's gonna see it hands-on. And on top of that, he's already ordered 2 gallons of the complete cinema to start setting up for contracts. See, that's why I told you, at the end of the day, when you're doing contracts, and you're talking about big boy contracts with a lot of money pushing in, no one's going to sign you to anything unless if they can see it. And they want to see it with the lights on. Unfortunately, since we have this hitting the wall, well, yeah, we need the screen paint here for it to work, because it's not going to pick up at all, period. Can you imagine? Mind you, that's a distance throw. So we're coming at a distance at the screen. Can you imagine 3,000 lumens? And laser projectors are much brighter, but people don't realize that. I had a laser projector. I had a Casio laser and LED projector. It was around, I think, 2,600 lumens or something. It was way brighter than my 4,000 lumen projector because of that laser, freaking super bright. So when you got a projector at 3,000 lumens and it's a laser 4K sitting right up on top of a screen, oh, that's going to be a cakewalk for our technology. We'll display that thing at over 150 inches. And we'll do that in a fully lit environment with no problem whatsoever. I've never had laser 4K. This would be my first laser 4K. Do you have any idea how incredible that's going to look on our technology? These are all 720p units. So, we're used to using much cheaper, low-end projectors. And this would be my first high-end projector. We definitely will be doing something with the kitchen. Oh, yeah. I hate the kitchen so much. I do. I hate it. Definitely got to change it out. I'm getting rid of that range. I'm getting rid of that. I'm going to darken my cabinets. I already told them what I was going to do to it already. They said, long, if you want to keep them, you can keep the appliances. I don't care. I just can't deal with that. So I'm going to get rid of that refrigerator. I want an all black one in. I'm going to change out that range. I want electric put in. I don't like gas too much. And that overhead range, I want that changed out to black. I'll tell you something. If this was a house, I would completely rip out the entire kitchen. Everything. Just rip the whole thing out. And I would probably extend it from there to here. That's what I would extend my cabinets all up in here. And I'll get one of those little cast iron, there's aluminum ranges once I connect to the ceiling. And I would tile work this whole entire section right here. Definitely do the floor and marble. And this fridge right here, yeah, I'll definitely upgrade that. Remove that radiator. Radiators can be moved. I'll completely take that thing out. That thing is in the way. Definitely take out the sink. Put in a dual sink in that one right there and run the lights into the whole thing. Yeah, I would basically rip all this out. But it's not my place. So when I get my place, I can do that myself. I can just rip everything out and do it myself. Man, yeah. The only thing I would have somebody come in is for the stove. I don't know how to install a stove, but everything else, yeah, I would definitely. But other than that, we can make this thing work. We can do something with it. Definitely getting radiator covers. Definitely to class that up because that looks so ghetto. So that got to go. We got some radiator covers to make it look more classy in here. Some nice curtains in here, some nice appliances, and change out the color. And I got this kind of like stain, kind of what's it called? It's a stain. Yes, like a stain. You can stain the cabinets, make them a little bit darker because this light oak is ugh. Can't stand it. There's no handles on it. Why is there no handles on them? Man, I'll put all that in myself. Gee whiz, I can't stand when people don't do a job correctly. Do a job, do it right. When I get done with their kitchen's gonna look absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, we'll deal with it. That's why I haven't bought anything for the place because I haven't decided what I'll do with it yet. Usually when I leave out of a place, we have upgrades. Oh, man. Ugh. Bake on that thing. I know some people look at me like, man, you should just be happy you got an oven. I'm changing that. I don't like it. It's brand new, but who cares? Anyway, let's get back to this. I'm trying to get stuck on the kitchen. But yeah, we're gonna make the screen much bigger, much bigger. And yes, a P2 will run at over 150 inches. Mind you, we took the Optima GT55, took it outside, and got 140 of the screen, and I got another 150 of it downstairs in the basement. So now what that projector can do, I read all the specifications on it. I've done my research on it. It's a very powerful machine. It should be doing much better, more than that. It's a shame. I do feel sorry for that projector. And I'll really tell you why. Because the machine's dumbed down. Come on, how in the world do you got a machine that powerful and everybody who owns that projector is sitting in the dark? Wow, that's jacked up. And it's laser 4K? Are you kidding me? That's the best y'all can do with that machine? That's pathetic. Should be doing much better with that at all, period. Well, we'll show you what we can do with it. I'm gonna buy a couple projectors. I saw Epson has a nice one. It's a laser. It's at 1,000 lumens. I'm gonna pick that one up. I have no idea where I put that at. That's one thing I like about having a house. More rooms to put screens. Kind of run out of rooms in here, but I'm not gonna put too much in here. But I want to do a wallpaper portrait setup. Definitely there. But I got any room on my desk? There we go. I'm trying to minimize all this stuff because I don't want all this stuff to begin with. You notice all the toys are gone. Yeah, I got rid of those. Packed all those up. I'm gonna put all those in storage. I'm gonna light my place up real nice. Got my Galaxy Star ceiling all ready to be installed. I'm gonna do another Galaxy ceiling in here. Now I had a customer chime in who's working on a project for their home. And they were, like I said, we got customers that are definitely bothered that we are not going to be selling screen paint to the customers. But you have to understand, this is an opportunity for me to be able to work with somebody at the end of the day that, number one, true blue Christian, communications is absolutely fantastic. That's one of the things I go through in contracts is communications are freaking headaches. And this person has the same kind of excitement and energy that I got at the end of the day. And this is going to be fantastic. I've already got a chance to contact and talk to him today about us meeting up. And the fact that I already told him that at the end of the year, when the contract basically is up, I'm going to make him a partner. So we can work together to get our technology. Oh, it'd be fantastic, man. Going to the electronic shows and get the VIP tags and everything. This is going to be fantastic. And then be able to show off my technology in schools, to be able to show them off in churches. Because like I said, this guy has a lot of serious pull. God has blessed him very, very well. He has a lot of backing. And this is fantastic. And this is what I need to get my technology to the next level. I told you, God hears our prayers. He hears our prayers. He definitely hears our prayers. And I can't wait. If I'm blessed to get more than enough than I need, I'm getting myself a private jet with my company's logo on the side of it. That is going to be Master Bird's jet. I'm getting one. if the Lord says I can have it. That's all. That's what it comes down to. It's I know what I want, but it's all about what He allows me to have. If He says, okay, I can go get a private jet, I'm gonna get myself a jet. If He makes it for the bill, there shouldn't be a problem. But like I said, for what I see in the contracts, it's not gonna be a problem. It won't be a problem. But I gotta pray on it first and ask Him and see if it's okay to have it. And if He says you can have it, I'm gonna get myself a all black jet with the word Black Series right down the side of it. Let me see right here. Gotta close some of this stuff out real quick. My work environment for my employees is going to be absolutely amazing. They are going to be. I'm going to make sure they have a very nice work environment. Treat them just like their family. Let me see. I need to go to. We don't have one of these already up and going. What's this right here? No, that'd be something else. Now, someone's talking about Crystal Edge. Do you know Crystal Edge is not Crystal Edge anymore, right? We own the rights to the copyrights. Yeah, that still does exist. That's not going anywhere. Crystal Edge domain name was changed a month ago to get ready for the transition. It's interesting because it's crazy how I changed out Crystal Edge. Crystal Edge is being turned into a distributor. I'm talking about distributors that are going to distribute like anywhere from 5 gallons to those huge massive drums. That's why I was watching the video. That's what it's going to be made for. It's going to be a main hub for shipping out. I'm also looking at drop shipment. That's kind of stuff we're going to be working on. But that's why if you look at the name on the domain name, it's changed. We bought a new domain name for it. And Crystal Edge still, regardless or not, because some people make that mistake. They think because we changed the domain name out, they can mess with the copyrights. No, the copyrights are still there. They don't change. They're still there. It's still our property at the end of the day. Let me see. But we changed it out because we told you that we had some things coming up, some things were going to be changing really fast, really quick. My thing is I didn't know how fast they were going to change until I saw the contract. And we actually have a contract right now that's still in negotiations, and no time soon it's going to be available, probably summer, and that is going to be with somebody that we're working with who has ties in the UK and Dubai. They travel back and forth quite a lot in between Dubai, and they have a lot of heavy connections down there. So that's something else we're working on, but that won't be coming up until probably around summertime because, as I told you before, doing business overseas is very difficult. But if you have someone over there that you can trust and it's very easy. Just have to know people, that's all. All right, let me see. Right then, I'm just going to, because I can't figure it out. We got all these pages up here. Yeah, that's when I was doing my logo. So basically, Google searching my logo. See if we come up. That's mine because I own it. So we got no more to discuss on that. You know, I think these individuals have been outed beyond belief, and they have been. I just didn't know how bad it was. I didn't know that most of that entire page was basically someone else's work at the end of the day. Keep in mind, they were contacted today. Yeah, I made the phone call. I definitely reached out to these people and made the phone call. They're basically going to start an investigation. So I reached out. There is nowhere in the world that much of your page should be other people's material. Everything was. Just about everything was on that page. Look, man, I've been in the business, like I said, for a long time. I've seen all kinds of websites. I've seen all kinds of people make screen paints. I've been to all different kinds of forums. And I have never, ever, in my entire life, have ever seen anyone copy that much. I mean, the honest thing I could say about the other one, that at least he doesn't have that much copied material on his page. The other guy, gee whiz, is so much of it. Nothing down there as hard as, and that's the part of the website that's more important than anything in the world. That's your shopping cart. That's where customers are going in to see your items. That's where it's more important. It's like shopping on eBay. Those pictures are very, very important that people take proper pictures so you know what the freak you are buying. You don't want to buy something and get it and it doesn't look exactly what you're supposed to purchase it. And this is why I express why I sit there and tell y'all testing, 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 testing. All the testing we do on our products, the first thing people want to complain about is, oh, they're fake, they're not real. Then if they're fake and not real, then duplicate them or do test demonstrations yourself. They don't want to do the test. All they want to do is cry about how our tests are supposed to be so fake. But they don't want to test. You know why they don't want to test? Because they cut corners the entire time when they were making their product. And if they do a test, they get exposed. We already saw that happen. That's why there's no test. There should be any screen paint, all screen paints should have tests. That's what they should have. But that whole page, gee whiz, everything. I mean, literally, everyone just went everything was somebody else's artwork, somebody else's work at the end of the day. I've seen people, like I said, do that on eBay. They'll take a projector and they'll basically put the image up there and say, oh, it's mine. Perfect example here. Let me see something for me. Perfect example. Let's go to eBay. Perfect example. This is one of the things I warn people about. If they're projector shopping on eBay, you have to be careful for certain sites. Certain sites have fake images attached to them, making you believe that that's the projector when it's not the projector. Especially if it's used. If it's used and it's looking like that, something is definitely wrong at the end of the day. And you don't know what could be wrong. Chassis could be cracked. The lens could be scratched. It could be anything wrong with it. You wouldn't know that. I had a customer one time wanted to buy a what was it he was trying to purchase? I can't think of the name of it. Oh, he's trying to buy the Christie LW505. He didn't really look at the description all well. You got to look at them descriptions very careful. Some will say for parts, and you're buying something that will never work to begin with. You got to be really careful. This is why we don't support, and this is why I never will support the knockoffs. Now, like I said, the Patriot, well, the Patriot won't be around now because I'm going to have the rights on that one. But anyway, the light gray screens and white screens are automatically going to work on knockoffs. Those are the only ones they show them on. They don't show them on nothing else at all perfect. We've been through all these tests. We've been through all these tests before the individual bought his projector. We've done it on the first WeMax projector. When they first came out, they were 5,000 lumens. That's the customer who had that one. So the reason why I can't stand it, we don't support the knockoffs, because they're scam projectors. They lie to the customer. There is no way in the world a projector the size of a VCR tape is going to have 15,000 lumens. Do you have any idea how big the lamp is for a projector for 6,000 lumens? It is freaking huge. So how are you going to fit that in there? That's impossible. So let's look up some crazy specifications on the projector. Let's see how much it would cost for us if we were looking for a 10,000 lumen. We're going to do a 10,000 lumen projector. You have any idea how much money 10,000 lumen projectors cost? They're not cheap. They're very expensive. This is why I hate these companies. These companies, when I was coming up, these didn't exist. There were none of these projectors at all, period, when I was in the field. Customer didn't have to worry about walking into one of these landmines at the end of the day. Look at this projector right here. This is where I'm going to do a tutorial tomorrow. We're going to do a tutorial tomorrow and try to help customers out to navigate eBay and to buy good projectors, because I hate these things so much. Because again, not only do they wreak havoc, and they wreak havoc, whatever wreak havoc I mean anymore, because I got the list there, why we don't deal with them. But the fact that they dupe the customers, they do. And the thing I hate about eBay, because eBay will sit there and say, oh, we're trying our best to protect people from scams. And then you put this nonsense on here. Now they're saying that projector is 5G Wi-Fi. I got 5G over here, by the way. It is... Oh man, I'm off topic, ain't I? I'm always off topic, but we'll just add this in there because we showed you the screens, and I like to show you a little more. But anyway, I'll just share this with you. But anyway, it's 5G, it's Wi-Fi, it's Bluetooth, it's native 1080p, and it's 10,000 lumens. It can produce a screen at 450 inches and supports 4K. That's a complete lie. There's no way in the world that's a 10,000 lumen projector. You have any idea how big a 10,000 lumen projector is? A 10,000 lumen projector is so big that you're going to get it in something called a Roadhouse case. You ever seen a Roadhouse case? It's a great big huge piece of furniture that they're going to stick your projector in to keep it from getting jacked up, because there's no way to ship that thing but having it in a Roadhouse case. If it's not going to be in a Roadhouse case, it's going to be in a very big box with a ton of padding around it. One of my projectors I have here is 6,500 lumens. I got to buy the lamp for that thing too, because I'm going to work and use that thing, play around with it. It's 6,500 lumens, and it came in a Roadhouse case, like a giant suitcase, and the shipping on that thing is not cheap. $400 or $500. That's what you're gonna be paying at the end of the day. You're lucky you're not paying for CRT, because they're even worse. So 10,000 lumens. Let's go click on this thing and see if this projector is 10,000 lumens. All right, so we'll go down here to our specification sheets. Let's look at some of the pictures they have on this. All right, let's see what we got here on these pictures and stuff. First of all, they put a curved screen in the background. That ain't happening. You know how many projectors you need for a curved screen? You're not using one at the end of the day. It's not going to happen. Let's see what we got here. See right here? See that image? People will see that and think for 60 bucks they're going to be able to do that. I hate this crap more than anything in the world. For $59, yeah, you're going to do a 10,000 lumen projector. That's never going to happen for 60 bucks. I'm going to buy one of these. I'm going to buy a couple of these knockoff projectors, the newer ones. I'm going to do some more demonstrations for the site. And I bought a lot of these projectors out of my own pocket. Went and purchased them, put them up on camera, and showed people at the end of the day, don't go near these machines. Now let's go over here. Let's go check and see if there's a specification sheet down here. So now, remember, we saw 10,000 lumens, right? Now look at the lumen count. The lumen count has dropped from 10,000 down to 340. 340 from 10,000. And the screen display has dropped to 250. But it just said a few minutes ago up here that this projector supported a screen size of 450 inches and it was 10,000 lumens. See, that's a lie right there. That's false information. That's fraud right there on the spot. And this is the specification of the team right here. They said it's 1920 by 1200. No, that's not going to happen. There's no anywhere that's 1920 by 1200. And then features here, we got it down now to around 250 inches to 340. 340 lumens is a huge drop from 10,000. That's a huge, massive drop. But over here, it says now that the lumens now jumped to 460. This is what I talk about when I tell you at the end of the day, when you see people or somebody writing this, what you're going to think when you look at this. You're going to think they have no idea what the freak they're talking about, or they're just lying through their teeth while they're doing it. That's why when I saw this, the gain on the screen saying from 8 to 9, no, it's no 8 to 9. It's either 1. It's either 9 or 8. That's what it is. Just like when it comes to this projector, either what's the lumen count on this projector? Either it's going to be 460, either it's going to be 340, or is it going to be 10,000? Which one is it? Gotta make up your mind. And at 60 bucks. There is not even a name of it, so we can't even look it up on YouTube. So yeah, that's not going to happen right there. There's any pictures underneath this thing? Any customer support on this? Anybody should? Nope, there's nothing there. Nobody reviewed it. But we're going to buy it. We're going to buy a bunch of them. I'm going to take $500 out of my pocket and buy a bunch of these crappy projectors. Keep in mind, I'm not getting my money back because I know exactly what I bought. I can't go and file a PayPal claim. I know exactly what I was buying. So I basically bought those projectors, took the money out of my own pocket, took the loss so I can show you at the end of the day why we don't go near them and why you shouldn't go near them. All right, let's go over and let's pick up, let me see if we can't go back on this one. We got another projector here. This projector, they want $329 for it, $28. This is 10,000 lumens, 5K, and it's 4K. This one's claiming to be 4K now. So let's go check this one out and see what we got here. Now look at the pictures in the background. You got many pictures in the background? We got some pictures right there. And let me see right here. See what kind of pictures we got here. Oh, we got a little video play here. Does the video work? Bet you $100 they turn out the lights. Yep, I told you. And I bet you it's on a white screen. In the dark with a white screen. Now you seen this demonstration? Curtains are covered. Screen's completely washed out because again they can only support on white screens and light gray screens. That's all they'll work on. They can't work on dark screens. It's not gonna work. Oh, there you go. Let's go over and let's see. Oh, wait a minute. See, you can't be both. You can't be both. How are you going to be both? This is 1,000 lumens. This is 1080p, 5G, 4K LED. Which one is it? Is it 4K LED or is it 1080p? See? That's why I said, you know, if the naysayers want to get upset, because basically I'm telling you, you can't do both. You can't do both. You can't make a screen 2 gains. That's just as silly as this projector over here. It can't be 4K and 1080p. We all know this. So they're just throwing things in there. Hope it's like spaghetti. Let's just throw something, hope it sticks to the wall. So let's see what we actually are getting. Ooh, man, that's a nice one right there. That's a Sony. That's a beaut. And somebody got this off a freaking office or something. This still has a mount on the bottom of it. That's a nice one right there. All right, we'll go on our specification sheet. Let's see if they're basically trying to, they're keeping it real, they're lying. So they're saying the brightness is 10,000? No. That's full 1080p? No. Where's the 4K resolution? Oh, but we don't have a 4K resolution, but it's 4K. It says it at the top. It's 4K LED. Well, we don't have a resolution that way for 1080p. Nah. And contrast, that's a lie. 50 to 200, no. No, no, no. And you know what's sad about it? Customers will buy this right here at the end of the day. They really will. The key that you can see that this projector is fake, not only this, but the fact that it's saying that it's 1080p, 5G, 4K LED. That's fake. Can't do both of those at the same time. Oh, wouldn't that be nice if they did make projectors that you can switch back and forth like that? But then again, most people, if they have 1080p, won't switch to 720p, and those that have 4K won't switch to 1080p. All right, let me see. Let's go with something really crazy here. We got 10,000 lumens. Let's see if we can find a projector that is a whopping 8K. Well, that's going to be a beat right there. 8K, an 8K projector. Let's see if we can find one. Who has one? All right. This is a projector right here. I don't know about that one, the name right there. I've never even heard of this before. This is supposed to be an 8K laser technology projector and 0-inch motorized projection screen. Let's see, 8K. Let me see if he has this in his specification, if it is 8K. No, see, right here. Maximum resolution 1080p. So how can that be 8K? HD standard wireless Bluetooth? So where did you get 8K from? Where did that even come from? That doesn't make any sense. Native resolution? I wonder if he knows what he's talking about. Sometimes you got to be careful because some people will put things in here and they don't know what they actually have. This is where you can actually walk over the gold mine sometimes because some people really don't know what they have. They don't do the research. So let's go over here to Projector Central. All right, let's have a looky. This is what I do when I'm not really sure if that projector is what it is. He's asking like $2,000 for it. And I've never even heard of this model before. So let's see what this projector really is. Oh, there's no real freaking information thing. Do we have a specification sheet? There's no specification sheet on what? Not whatsoever. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. They did bring it up. I want to search on Google and find out who has this thing. Well, somebody wrote us a scam projector, so let's see where that one's going at. This is up here doing knockoff projectors, telling you not to buy them. That's us right there at the end of the day. So we pop up all over the place. Why does he have it down as a McLaren? It's not a McLaren. It's spelled M-A-R-O-N. That's the projector right there. Because I've actually found a couple of new projectors I never even heard of before. These are big name brands. They cost a lot of money. And I found a company from Germany who had this insane projector. I'm going to buy one. I'm definitely going to buy one because I'm going to see what it's like. And if it does what I think it is, I'm adding it to the list. Never heard of the company. I've heard the company on it a few times, but like I said, I can't really pronounce the name of it. But it's amazing when you look at it. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to do some more research on that. I'm going to research this. I'm going to leave this one here because I want to research that. You got the name wrong, but I'm curious what that is. You'd be surprised how many different versions of some crazy projectors they have out there. All right, I'm going back over here. Looking for 8K. Somebody right here has a laser projector right here. That's 4K. 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 Oh, 23,000 lumens? Woo! Man, that is way up there. Oh, I gotta get a look at this. 23,000 lumens. 23,000 lumens. 4K. 1080p. Look, right there. That's your red flag right there. How can it be 4K and 1080p? 4K 1080p. That's not gonna happen. Let's look up our specification, what we got here. What's our brightness on this bad boy? Brightness. We got resolutions 1080p. They claim to be 1920 by 1080. Oh, where's the freaking brightness on this thing? There is no brightness on this. Where's the freaking brightness at? Where it says it doesn't have nothing here at all, period. Of course they probably took that out. There's no way in the world this thing is freaking 2300 lumens. That is virtually impossible. So let me get this straight. It's 1080p, but the images is 800 by 480. Wow, that's some. Where the frick are you getting 1920 by 1080p? If you run this through a computer, it's going to tell you exactly what it is. Where's the brightness at? We got contrast at 3000 to 1, which would be much higher than that at 2300 lumens, or 23,000 lumens, 23,000 lumens. No, it doesn't say anything anymore about the brightness. For some reason, that's not there. They just don't have that there. Of course, they don't have that there. Oh, that's a huge, massive gag right there. They don't even tell you what the brightness is on there. Oh, wow. This is... I've had these projectors. I think it's projectors... I can't pronounce the name. It's VANKYO. We've had... These things are garbage. They're trash. They're definitely trash. We've had them here. We're not here. We don't talk about... This is claiming to be 8,500 lumens, 4K at 8,500 lumens. So 8,500 lumens. Let's see what we get on this one. Oh, and look at the pictures. Look at the insane pictures that it's claiming you're going to pull at the end of the day. You're getting none of that at all, period. You're getting none of that. Yeah, you know the name of the projector. This thing is trash. We test them. They're garbage. They work on white screens and they work on gray screen. That's it. They're garbage. Let's see if it's telling the truth about its specifications. Let me see. 8,000 lumen brightness. That's what it's claiming to be. I think I'm going to start me a little channel where we buy these projectors and we basically, are they class or trash? I'm going to build me a compressor designed to basically crush these things on camera. Are they class or trash? Let me see. Oh, I love this right here. Look at the fake images that they give you here. Okay, let's go find if they own these pictures. They have this. Wow, they're even smart. They do own these. Are not their pictures, trust me, but they were able to keep them. Look at this. That's why I told you that there's no way in the world he owns them, because look at this right here. That's how it's supposed to come up. Literally, that's how it's supposed to come up. You have all this information that pops up. So again, I don't know what's going on with the other guys at the end of the day. Their pictures are not showing up like this. But 88, what they're asking for, they're saying that it's, let me go look at this real quick. The name of this projector, what is it? No, that's not the, what is it I'm looking at? There we go, this is what we're looking at right here. I want to look at the real specification which they got on the machine. I wonder if it is saying that. It doesn't have a model number next to it, it just has the name of the projector. That could be anyone, they make bunches of these things. So where's the actual model number of the projector? So how do you know which model number you're getting? There is no freaking model number next to this. What do you know if you're what you're buying? Here we go. That's the name of it right there. Let me see. Yeah, told you. This is why you gotta do your research, people. There's no way in the world you're gonna get a projector that is 8,500, 8,500 lumens for that price. You're talking about a $10,000, $15,000 projector. Now you just saw a few minutes ago how it claimed the projector was 8,500 lumens, right? But if you go to the official website will tell you. Guess how much the lumen count is? There you go. The lumen count is 270 lumens. That's why we don't support these projectors. They're trash. How do you go from freaking 8,000? How do you go that high from 8,000 lumens? Where are you getting this from? Where are you getting where's this coming from? And it says 4K. So if it's a 4K projector, how do we have 1920 by 1080p? That makes it a 1080p projector, not a 4K projector. So where does that even come from? Up here, okay, it has 1080p and it's 4K. So it's a 4K projector, 8,500 lumens, 1080p LED mini video projector. Yeah, these projectors are trash. If you have one of these projectors, just to let you know that Mr. Bird told you your projector is trash. It is. How is that even possible that this particular projector is going to do 4K and 1080p at the same time? It has a 8,500 lumen count, but on the website it comes at about 270. You know how low a 270 lumen projector is? For how much do you want? Oh, of course. The price is $47.19. Yeah, that's definitely, that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Not in a million years. That projector is trash. That's why you guys are stuck on white walls with these things. So we got one of these. We have one of these? Yeah, we did buy one of these projectors. I paid about $95 for it. Yeah, this is my old projector right here. Oh, let's go a little crazier. Let's see if they can do, we've seen 8K. Let's see if we can get around 50,000 lumens. 50,000 lumen projector. Let's see who has one. 50,000 lumen projector right here. You can buy a 50,000 lumen projector for the cheap price of $154, brand new. It's funny because when I have conversations with customers and they'll say, well, my projector has plenty of lumens. It's 50,000 lumens. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not 50,000 lumens. How much did you pay for it? Oh, I paid $140 for it. I paid, no. Do you have any idea how expensive and how big a 50,000 lumen projector is? You don't think someone's delivering a lawn chair, not a lawn chair, I say a recliner to your front door. They are gigantic. They're big. At $154, you're going to be able to pick up these images just like this on this projector. Look how small it is for 50,000 lumens. I got to add something to this. I'm going to put down my screen size measurement and talking about fake projectors. I warn you guys, this is what I'm telling you. The WeMax Pro, Valva projector, trash. They're all trash. They all lie about the specifications. You're better off just going out and buying the P2, Epson projector, any one of them. Samsungs, LGs, get one of them. Don't go near those projectors, they're trash. First of all, they use pixel shifting technology and they claim to be 4K. They're not 4K projectors. There's a difference between pixel shifting and actual native 4K. And on top of that, you can't do 150 inches if you're required to compress to make a sharper image. That is not going to happen. You don't have enough pixels, but you got a machine in there generating pixels on there? No, that's not going to happen. A lot of people buy that because they buy it because of the big. It does 150 inches, big deal. I can do 150 inches on a P2. I'll be able to do 100. I'm doing 160. I could do 150 inches on a 720p projector that cost me $60. Yeah. I could take an Optima GT 5500, took that outside, got 140 out of that. Big deal. Let's see what this thing has on it from the door. So with this, you're going to get 50,000 lumens. 50,000 lumens. 4K. Do you have any idea how damaging, if you walk in front of a 50,000 lumen projector, your retinas are going to shrink and you'll be doing Stevie Wonder impersonations all day. Oh, we got to look up some lasers too. We got to look up some laser knockoffs. Let me see what we got here. 50,000 lumens. What are we getting here? Okay. We're not 4K because we're 1920 by did you just say 4? It was 4K? Yeah, right there. 4K 1080p. How is the 4K 1080p? How? I would love to be to talk to one of these companies. All I get is this machine and somebody, I hate to say it, I'm sorry, I apologize people, I don't want to sound racist, but don't speak English, I'm sorry. But that's what it usually comes down to. I would love to be to pick the mind of the person who makes you the machines and says, how are you getting a projector that says 4K 1080p? That is not 4K 1080p. How? But 50,000 lumens, let's see what we're really getting. You got to scroll down here. Before you click that shopping cart, you got to go down here and read the specifications. If someone had read through specifications, well, they already noticed the projector didn't work on it, did they? No, it didn't work on our products because we don't support it. That's how that works. But even though you read through there and you acknowledged it, it didn't go through it. You still pushed on. Can't express that enough. 1920 by 1080. So where's the 4K? We have the 1080p resolution in here. Where's the 4K resolution? Not even in here. I ain't gonna bother looking this thing up. Pictures are not even loaded. I'm not even gonna bother looking this thing up on the internet because I won't even find where it's coming from. The source from native 1080p. Still not mentioning anything. It's 1080p supports 4K, and it's supposed to be 50,000 lumens. When you get it and you look at on the side of it, you're not going to see 4K and you're not going to see 1080p. It's not going to have any reading on it whatsoever. It's going to be a blank brown, it's going to be a brown box with a projector on it, and that's basically about it. So let me see. We got power cable, USB. Here you go. 200. See, because what happens is they'll put that nonsense in. That's the catch you. That's to allure you. That's the catch you. And then they're going to basically put down what it really is. If you look hard enough, you'll find it. They'll basically put down what the projector really specifications really are. And this is the reason why I don't support knockoff projectors, because they're designed to fool the customer, to make them believe that they're getting something that they're not. What makes it sad more than anything in the world is when you get customers who are buying projectors for the first time and they really believe that they're actually seeing 50,000 lumens. They believe they're seeing 4K. They believe they're seeing 1080p. They really believe this. They've never seen anything better. And then what happens is they hit it on a white screen. Of course, the color is going to wash out. The contrast is going to, all that's going to be gone. And they're going to have to sit in the dark, which they don't want to be. And they see our demonstrations with screens being put up in fully lit environments or massive screen size. And they want the same technology. But the problem is our screen paints do not work with your projector. If you're not on the list, we don't accept you. Simple and plain. And a couple people coming with Valve projectors. I hate Valve projectors, I think, more than the WeMax. Valve projectors are absolute trash. And the reason why it's a trashy projector, because in every demonstration I see it, poorly lit environment, they have it at 120 to 120 inches, and that projector does not do 4K. It does native 1080p. That's what it does, if you're lucky. And for those of you saying, well, yeah, proof of that? Yeah, I do. I actually had a chance to talk to the people when they first started advertising the projector, and I was talking to them on Facebook. And the crowd got a little rowdy in there, and they decided to come up and tell me what the projector was, and I screenshotted it. That projector is 1080p. You literally just paid all that money for a 1080p projector. If it doesn't do 4K, and it's doing a form of pixel shifting, then guess what? You bought a 1080p projector. That's what you bought. Because they never give up the specification. So this is another lie right here. Let's see if we can find an actual real. Wow, there's a lot of fakes on here. So many fakes on eBay. It's not even funny. Gee whiz. Valve projector. Just got finished talking about that projector right there. You're going to pay $2,800 for a projector that is native 1080p. I love this boy so much, I tell you. That's why I'm so glad that my Lord blessed me with the knowledge to not fall into these freaking traps, because these traps are horrible. Let me see what we got going on here. Let's see if we can find it. If we can track it down. We have posted it to a couple friends, but I think we got it here. Where are we? And oh wait, no, we just had it. There we go, right there. Let's pull it up for you. So when I get customers to come in talking about this projector, we send them this little piece of information and they back down from the projector. Keep in mind, I was approached by Valve projectors to actually develop screen paint to make the projectors look good in the showroom. And I requested one of the projectors, which they refused to send to me because they know my point of view on these projectors. And yeah, there you go. So I told them from the door, any customer that comes from you that wants us to upgrade their screens, we're not doing it. Now, if you do this on a gray screen or white screen, like I said, you're stuck in the dark. That's not an ambient light projection screen. But let's show you the Valve projector. Oops, for a minute. There we go. So there we go. This is a conversation. Anytime Mr. Bird talks about something, I back it up. This is a conversation that I had with the company when the projectors first started coming out. So basically explain to him that even at 4K images, the native resolution is 1920 by 1080p, meaning you're using compressed 4K, but you're advertising that it does 4K when it does not. I'm pretty sure you know this, but here you go. And now I show them the specifications. A projector that does 4K is 38 by 40, 21 by 60. That's a more advanced version of 4K. Most people get that's the watered down version of 4K. 3840 by 2160. If you have a high-end projector with 4K, you're getting 4096 by 2160. That's what I'm explaining to them. So here, I tell them again, it's a 1080p projector. Okay, that's why on your website, under the projector specifications, where it displays the projector's resolution, it just says point blank out. It doesn't say. It says point blank out a confirmed pixelation. So it doesn't give you confirmed pixelation. What is the pixelation of this projector? They don't give you that. It just displays 4K. Now, after posting that, a bunch of people in the room got a little rowdy. Things got heated in there, and they started questioning. They put pressure on him, so he finally broke. And this is what he stated. This is from Valva Projector itself. The Valva is a 1080p pixel shifting 4K projector. You can't be both 1080p and 4K. It's one or the other. Pixel shifting 4K, which can receive a displayed 4K image. No, it can't. How is it 1080p? But it can receive 4K. It cannot do that. And they go into this whole single chip DLP with pixel shifting 1920 by 1080p to 3840 to 2160. Where are you getting the extra pixels from? There you go, right there, from Valva itself. And I screenshotted it because that's my trophy at the end of the day. When I have companies that I can get them to admit or either back down, those are my trophies right there. Got that printed up and got that framed. I literally got somebody to actually tell me what that projector was. So what the pixel shifting is does, it basically compresses the pixels tighter together to fool your brain to make you think that you're seeing 4K. When basically you just spent all that money for a native 1080p projector. That's what you bought. Pretty much. And when I get customers to come in to say they want that projector, that's what we tell them. Give them right there. And they go, thank you, save me some money. Yeah, just go get something else. Because that projector is a joke. Yeah, I don't see too many people doing the 1080p, I mean the full 150 inch, because you can't. Where are you going to generate the extra pixels if you're maxed out at 150 inches? And he's talking about you're jumping from the base is 1920 by 1080p. Where are you getting the extra pixels for 3840, 2160? Where are you getting that from? You got a machine in there that's generating it or something? Remember in Star Trek, you can walk over to the machine and ask whatever you wanted and it would just generate it? Is it doing something like that? Other than that, no, you got a 1080p projector. That's why I think pixel shifting is the cheapest way a company could go. And I pray that these companies, these name brand companies, don't go that same route, try to cheat the customer and give them that nonsense. ViewSonic was doing something with their ultra short throws. Now, for some reason, if you get one of the older 720p's with the big lens in the front, they produce a massive giant image. They do, they're fantastic. But if you get the newer ones that have a normal lens on it, the picture throw is horrible. So you're talking about at 5 feet, I'm gonna get 100 inches. But if I take my older projector downstairs at 720p, you know how big a screen I get from 5 feet? I can get anywhere from 180 to close to 200 inches. Yeah, they're dumbing y'all machines down left and right. That's what they're doing. Well, that's mean they're cheating you on everything else at the end of the day. So no, the Valva projector, that projector right there is 1080p. You're going to spend $2,800. This is used, mind you. That's not brand new. $2,800 for a projector that is native 1080p. So that's the same theory I get into when, say right here, see how you're sitting, I'm sitting in the dark and I'm watching this screen right here. See I'm watching this screen, I'm sitting in the dark. If I turn my lights on in the room. See I'm sitting in the dark and I'm watching this. So in the back of your mind's telling you that you're seeing orange, you're seeing blue, you're seeing all these colors when you're actually not seeing that at all, period. You're not picking that up, you're not seeing it, but you think you're seeing it, but you're not seeing it. It's the same thing like pixel shifting. Just like when I showed you, when I took the DMP Supernova and I put it on the screen, put the white surface, I turned out the lights, it came up black. But you thought it was black, but it wasn't black because of the fact that our technology is black. It pulls up black. So now we take our screen and we stick it against the DMP Supernova. Now you don't see black anymore. You actually now are seeing gray. There you go. So that's what happens, that when you get a chance to get a good screen, what happens is that You're really not seeing what you're seeing until you actually spend the money for the good stuff. You're just getting the illusion that you think you're seeing something when you're actually getting nothing. Are the lights on in the other room? Oh, they are on the room. And the heat is kicking in here. Gee, where's Louise? Man, turn it down in here. I'm gonna cook in this place. I usually have the heat off. I usually never turn the heat on. I don't have to. The guy downstairs has his heat on, and it's boom, right to the floor. It is hot in here. Let's get it. Ugh. That's beautiful. Let me see. We don't have any lights on here. Boom. So you're not getting what you paid for, people. Stay away from the knockoff projectors. They are trash. Because sooner or later, we're not going to be in the picture anymore, all right? So we're going to be out doing other things, and you're going to be dealing with these guys. So, do your research before you buy anything. I sat there and said that there's going to come a day that we're not going to be around anymore, that we're going to be going someplace bigger and better. Don't get me wrong, I did love the time we had here. I do, I really did. But it's going to be time for us to move on. And now, you're going to be with the certified screens and those fake screen paint products. You don't know whether if you're buying a product or you're just basically buying something that belongs to a Google image. No test demonstrations, nothing at all. But I don't think you have to deal with them, because by the time we get done with them in court, they won't be to do that anymore. They're going to be gone. But there's going to be other ones that are probably going to rise right behind them, just like all these fake projectors. Starfield screensaver. Are you listening? Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Thank you. Starfield, thank you. So we have a beautiful Starfield here. Let's see if I can find some scissors, which I never find my scissors on here, but we'll use this instead. Careful of them. Those big projectors right there. Now, you see black, right? I'm going to shut my door here. I'm going to show you the same thing you get from the illusion that you're actually seeing, what's the word for it? You're actually seeing the, think you're seeing 4K, you're not actually seeing 4K at all, period. Now that looks black, right? All right, let's turn our lights on. Now, where did the contrast go? This projector is a ViewSonic. Do you know what my contrast on this projector is? It's 20,000 to 1. That's what this ViewSonic projector comes with. I can pull up my model number. It's a 20,000 to 1 projector. So let's see if we go into the menu. Let's see if we go into, we're going to go with the trigger. See if our contrast is on. We'll go a little bit. Let me see. Advanced settings. Alright, that wouldn't be it. There's a little section on this page somewhere. With that. Power. There. If you're knocking sound, that's the pipes. I literally thought at one point those are my neighbors acting up. But then I realized if you look at the radiator, all the pipes are literally in the wall, so that's virtually impossible. Then I found out that, yeah, it was radiators doing that knocking noise. Now you see right there where it says DCR? I think that's our contrast right there. Oops, go back and be nice. Give me what I asked for. I didn't ask for all that. I'm gonna come over in here. This is what I go for. Yeah, this is our contrast right there. So that right there, we keep our contrast off because, like I said, we don't require it. So let's go turn that on. The DCR right there. And we're going to switch that on. All right, so now you see that's on. All right. Now we're going to go hit the menu and come out. Oh, we already had it already. Now the contrast is on. 20,000 to 1. This is what this projector is. 20,000 to 1. Where's the contrast at, people? Do you see it? Anybody see the contrast? Projector is 3,800 lumens. It's short throw. So at 3,800 lumens short throw, and with a 20,000 to 1 or 22,000 to 1 contrast, where's the contrast? Where's all the beautiful colors? All that? Where's that? Where's it at? What? Now you see the black. Turn it on. Now you don't see it. Comes down to your screen. All right. Let's take a trip to the screen that's coated with the technology. That's 100% black. Let's see what we get in there. My projector sits back a good distance over there, about 21 feet from my screen. See how beautiful my image looks right there. I can have my lights on, my screen doesn't wash out because this is true ambient light projection technology. If anyone tells you at the end of the day a white screen or a gray screen is the way to go, no. Now you're going backwards. You go to any one of these big certified screens, big gunmetal technology screens, and go, hey, what's the best screen on the market? Is it going to be white or gray? They're going to tell you, no, it's gunmetal. In their category, their world is gunmetal. But our screens beat gunmetal. So what does that make our technology? Our technology top of the chain. Now, I'm going to go back to the other room. Take our same $5,000. See how dark this screen is. This is gunmetal technology. See how dark? Projectors there. See how dark that is? That's gunmetal technology. It's a $5,000 screen. We're going to take this screen right here. Lift my camera up a little bit there for you. There. See if it'll stay. There you go. Over here real quick. Now, on our test sheets, where we show off our certified demonstrations versus our screens, mind you, we go through 9 of these in one hit. Now, when the fellow comes over here, my person who signed the contract together with me, I'm going to show him the same demonstration. Same thing. He's going to see it in real time, including all my investors and people who are doing business with my company, help my business turn into a multi-million-dollar corporation, are going to see these same demonstrations. I'm going to be walking into these showrooms, showing them our technology in a fully lit environment where a gray screen can't even sit in, or a white screen. That's gunmetal certified. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
what makes us the dominant technology. This is why 90% of my company will be offline. This is why we have contractors, investors, and interest in our technology, because now we are more advanced in any form of gunmetal screen, white screen, or any screen in the day. Keep in mind, people are so threatened by our products that they're willing to commit fraud. And soon we're going to be out of the picture, which means, again, I told you that you should have took advantage of this technology while it was there. It's only a matter of time before we started reaching a contract stage where companies were going to acquire about our technology. One of the things I had to deal when I was dealing with contracts is other projection screen companies, which we don't want anything to do with. We don't have any interest in them. I'm more dealing with other people at the end of the day that can branch our technology out to stores and restaurants and hotels and schools and churches. That's what we're interested in. Now, contracts we have now, as I said before, we're not taking any more in, but the contracts we have now, we're good. Once my company reaches its status point, where basically it's worth millions of dollars to get a contract from it, it's going to be not difficult, but to maintain it, we're going to request $50,000 a month just to maintain that contract. You have to make an order of $50,000 to maintain your contract. And our technology is worth it because we can be at a $5,000 screen, which we're doing right now. Let's turn the lights out. Hey, Vicky. So even with the lights out, with a 5,000 projector that has a 2,000:1 contrast, our screen can see 100% black. And we can turn our lights on. Because, as I told you before, you know, people sit there and tell you that a gray screen's gray screen, a white screen's white screen. You can't see contrast. Because contrast will display whether the lights are on or off. You have to be in the dark to watch contrast, and guess what? You don't have contrast. Beer meets food.
Getting that from YouTube.
My episodes are on. Ooh, I love this guy. This guy's awesome. Oh, giant pizza. He's doing a giant pizza. This guy is so cool. It's one of my favorite shows.
Born from nature. Hydration.
You ever watch Beer Meets Food?
Day.
This guy is freaking awesome. Man, funny man. Fun dude. Funny dude. I watch him and a couple other ones I like to watch. Camping with Steve, boondocking. That's another favorite. But see, I can watch my TV shows. I don't have to be stuck in the dark. Oh, wait till you see my wraparound sofa. I'm gonna get in this bad boy. It's gonna be sick. I'm gonna sit back on my sofa, bring my people over, watch the game, whatever you want. On the screen size over 150 inches on the P2. Oh, well, I can't wait to get that machine. I'm going to show you all the beautiful things you could do with that projector. Those of you who own that projector, you're going to think your machine is broken when we get done with that. You're going to, if you're on a gray screen, if you're on a certified screen, if you're on a white screen and you own the P2, you're going to think your machine is broken when we get done with you. When you see it. But gee whiz, you got to be kidding me. Oh, that thing, I never had a 4K laser on our technology. Do you have any idea what that's going to look like? Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. Yeah. You don't have to go out and spend. Oops. Pull that up because we got weird people that like to watch me. You don't have to go out and spend that much money for a projector. You really don't. You know, we'll take it, put it next to the 720p, we'll put it next to the Epson, we'll put it next to the ViewSonic. Let's see what happens. You don't have to spend that money at the end of the day. Still sure at the end of the day, you still get a 720p and it still look amazing. We're going to do that too, 720p versus P2. See how much money you guys are wasting. All right, now, next room, we're in there. We got our screen in there. That's our screen in there. We take the $5,000 projection screen. We stick that in there. You see the difference when it comes to contrast. Picture basically, our image shows up better with the lights on or off. Now we got this against your wall. Everyday wall and certified screen. You're not seeing contrast. You definitely won't pick that up. Turn the lights out. You got a better chance. That means you got to be in the dark. Let's shut our door back here. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I got control. Where am I at? Remote control. Gotta stop carrying these things around. There you go. Red screen. Basic red. What are you
Getting that from
seeing?
YouTube.
What color are you seeing from your projector? What are you getting? Let's see. That looks pretty good, right? Now, you see how dark this area is? This is my office at the end of the day. I can't be in the dark in here. I gotta work. I got paperwork to do. So I need to turn my lights on and working. There you go. You're not picking up jack. I've been telling you all that for years and years and years and years and years. You are not seeing jack. That's the reason why you watch all these demonstrations on people showing off projectors and poor products. That's why they had to be in an ambient light controlled environment. This environment is not ambient light controlled. $5,000 for a projection screen, gee whiz. Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
Looks nice, right? But whatever I want to watch with the lights on. It's funny, we used to get the same argument from people saying, well, I'm not going to have the lights on. Then don't buy an ultra short throw projector, because that's literally what that thing was designed for. So you can treat it like a TV. That's what they're for. You're going to watch your movies, your sports. I mean, you're going to watch movies, yes. I watch movies with lights on anyway sometimes. But you're going to watch movies. You're going to watch movies. You're going to watch your sports, your TV shows, and everything else you watch in the dark. That's where you're going to be at. So you got to be in here just to see the color blue? Really? That's kind of jacked up. My projector is 3,800 lumens and it has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. What's going on here? Let's try the basic. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Seeing it there, right? Right, let's pop the lights on. See if the ambient light rejection technology works. Nothing there. Yep, that's what we try to tell you. Try to tell you. Now, those customers who did take advantage of our products and went out and had our screen paint, congratulations. Those who don't, well, I know it's one person right now is waiting, but keep in mind our product has a 5-year shelf life. So if you basically are going to use it later on, you got 5 years to work with it. So keep in mind, when the 2 months are up, gone. You will never see the product ever again, and it will go strictly to the contracts, which will be pushing this technology all over the place. And these are the demonstrations they're going to be doing when they walk into showrooms. I like how, one of the things I like about Screen Innovation, I love how he took that screen and how he moved it around, and everywhere that screen moved, you saw that beautiful blue ocean pulled up. And now, we have the technology, if we chose to go down that road, that we could dominate their technology. I could take the same thing, which I wouldn't do because it'd probably get me in a lot of trouble, but I could take the same thing and take their screen, and I can basically move it around on our screen that can produce a 100% black level. And everywhere we would put that screen, it wouldn't pick up. We would do the opposite. But no, why would I do that? When I started thinking about it, when I was doing the screen paints, with the customers and stuff, we had all this stuff. We had to prove and we had backup. And now we're going to be up there with the big dogs. And we got contracts. I really don't care. Now I understand how they think. They really don't care because they got the money. We're not going to cut corners or anything, but we're going to. You gotta go through all that.
You can show the camera that little pizza, they're gonna laugh at you.
That's really more of a cookie than a pizza, if you ask me.
Carly, look at this little pizza.
Isn't she cute?
Look at this.
Getting that from YouTube.
See, when you're selling screen paint products, you need the recognition of this big boy certifies. But when you're starting to stand on their level, you don't need it anymore. I don't need the recognition anymore. I really don't. I couldn't care less if actually I do with my technology. I want it to be the best. I want to be better than anyone else's. But to need that recognition, no, we don't need it anymore. We're good. We got the contract. We're happy. We don't need it. We only needed that. Well, myself is constantly being challenged. Now we're going to have companies coming down, buying a massive amount of samples from us, taking the products and testing them, and they're going to know exactly what they want, and they're going to order from us. We don't got nothing to prove. Here we go. This is a $5,000 screen. fully lit environment against our technology. There you go. So all I got to do is just walk in there, or they got to walk in there because I'm not doing it. I'm just manufacturing. They'll walk in there and they'll basically display our screen just like that as you're seeing it. And they can prove at the end of the day that our technology is more superior. That's it. We're not going to use we're not using that now. We use a white surface. That's it. Now keep in mind, the gunmetal is better than the white surface. If we can't get the gunmetal to show, the white screen won't show either. Yep, that's it. Okay, now, let me get this straight. That means that the companies that are, my guy's coming down pretty soon. We got a Skype call coming up. He's coming to test out our technology. I guess when he comes in here to watch the screen, we're going to have a special setting on our camera. How is that going to be possible? They're going to be watching all the demonstrations in real time. Ugh, I swear, people at the end of the day. White sheet. White sheet. So how's that going to work? How is that going to work? Where we're going to have audience and investors all in the showroom looking at our technology. We're going to have special cameras. How is that going to work? This is all real time. Let's just call me Thanos. And if I'm Thanos at the end of the day, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be basically enslaving the world if that's the case, if I'm Thanos. I'm in the wrong field, am I not? Something's wrong there. Let me show you a little section. Taco, we're gonna hook you up a nice little section. We're probably gonna be on the sofa. Don't jack my sofa up, man. Let's get myself a Scotch guard. Because the only one I got, I want a black one, but let's see what we got up there in the inventory. Gotta put my battery pack in. So yeah, explain that. They're gonna be in the showroom. That guy's coming down here to where I'm at, and he's gonna be in my apartment looking at the screen. So all these investors, they're gonna be in his freaking showroom. They're going to be in our showroom because we're going to have a warehouse with our manufacturing, and we're going to have a showroom connected to that so investors can come in and they can look at the technology and get a chance to see how our operation works. So all that we're going to be doing, all that's going to be done with a special camera? Okay. All right then. Just wondering about that one, how that's going to work. So here we have 2 white sheets of paper, and right here we have the certified screen in the middle. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
Can I return this love-hate relationship with cookies?
Start today at www.com.
Anyone going through a natural disaster, it's always going to be hard to understand.
Basic slow color change out. That's why I said doing this, we do the demonstrations against the big companies to show our product's worth, and we do it at the end to back our products up that we can take on a certified screen. But once we reach that platform, we really don't have to do those anymore. For what? No purpose. We're going to be in the same area where these guys are going to be at. Finally, I get to be a giant. Tell how long you have to work to be one of those, how many demonstrations you have to do, how many tests you have to do. It's insane how much work you have to do to be to get on the level of one of those giants. And most importantly, you need God. And most importantly, that's what I feel for me. For me, I feel I need God. But most importantly, you have to have somebody who has connections on the offline circuit that has the power to be able to push your technology to the next level. And in order to get that person to trust your technology, they got to test it out. If it did anything as the naysayers, which we know why they do it because they're threatened by the product. That's why they do it. I got 4 or 5 individuals coming against me at the end of the day, and I can go on there and I can basically show them what they are at the end of the day and still back my technology up at the end of the day that's untouchable. This is why we told you for many years, you have all this technology to be able to have the ability to have your projector do amazing things. You don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. You don't have to have a special screen for ultra short throw. You can do it in fully lit environments, and now that technology is going to be gone. Until one of the people we have contracts with may decide to open up a website. That's what it comes down to. But they don't want to open up a website. They want to deal strictly with companies because of the money flow. That's why. We're going to have to find somebody who's willing to do a website that will be able to take the technology and offer it to the customers. Well, we don't even know about that yet, even how that's going to work. It's going to have to be something completely different in order to do that. I don't even know how that's even going to work, to tell you the truth, because again, that could cause the bigger people doing contract with these companies. They could literally go, oh wait, they got a website where we can go order it directly from, and they will go there and override the contracts. We can't have that. So there could be a good possibility that you will never see it ever again because of the contracts that are involved in it. That's the main concern. We can't get contracts if we can't guarantee them that they can only get it from us. If they feel that that a company they're doing business with can go around them and say, you know what, we don't got to do any business. Let's do our research and see if we can get this product someplace else. Now, for you naysayers at the end of the day who feel that you can make our stuff, no, you can't. Because you know what they're looking for? They're looking for a product that can do all the test demonstrations our products can do at the end of the day. That's like buying a bootleg PS5. You want the exact same machine that everything is designed to do. You don't want a bootleg version that can do half of whatever it's supposed to do, and that's it. You want the real deal. It's the difference between counterfeit and the real thing. You guys have counterfeit, we have the real stuff. Because you can't match our tests. And if you can't match our test demonstrations, all of them, then that means at the end of the day, your stuff is bootleg versions of our products. We have the real deal. And these companies, when they sign contracts, want the real deal. So they go to us. That's what it comes down to. They look at our time, they look at our work, they look at our demonstrations. That's what they want to see. So it's virtually impossible for us to offer it back to the customers. As I said before, they don't want to sign a contract if they don't have the insurance. Look, I'm going to put all this money into your business to make sure your company grows, but I need you to make a sacrifice for me. I need you to no longer offer this to customers because we don't need the companies to go around our back, go to the website, get it for cheaper, and override our contract. If I'm going to sign this with you, you got to show me something. I know this because I go through contracts all the time. Now, usually, like I said, this is my livelihood. This is how I make my money. This is my business at the end of the day. In order for me to make that decision, that contract has to be insane. It has to be gee whiz. This is freaking Bugatti money. It's got really serious money at the end of the day. I've had offers from Screen Innovation. I've had offers from other big companies. I even had an offer from freaking, what do they call that thing? Something Shark Tank. And I can show you every document to back up on everything I say. And I've turned every last one of them down because God said, nope, that's not for you. That's not for you. That's not for you. And I mean, this went on for years. That's not for you. And that's not for you. That's not for you. That went on for years. That's not for you. And then that, for some reason, God said, that's yours. And the guy has the same energy. He's a Christian at the end of the day. We're almost like brothers. And God is telling me, and I prayed on this over and over again, Lord, I'm making this big step. It's a big step for me. I'm pulling my prices off. I'm going solo. This is something, this is a big step for me. Are you sure? I'm sure. This is the one. This man is true blue. Perfect. And then on top of that, not only is he true blue, but he's heavily connected, which means he can push our screens where they need to go. So this is where I'm at now. And because of this major decision, we have to make this decision because this decision is going to give me incredible capital, which I need at the end of the day. I do appreciate my customers. I really do. I love my customers. I really do. I'm going to miss being able to communicate and talk and have fun with my customers. I really am. But I have to make this decision. It's business at the end of the day. Now, the technology's there for 2 months or so, depending on how fast the contracts activate. This guy is really on point. They want to meet right away. We got Skype call meetings coming up, and they want to meet right away as fast as possible. They want to come down here and look at the technology. There was a company like this we were dealing with, and these jokers were not playing around. That guy called me up on the phone. Now, this one tried to take my company from me, but like I said, very serious. And he said, look, Mr. Bird, if you say yes, I'm going to flip that switch, and we'll be down. They're from another country, and they came down. Kind of a little terrified because I didn't know what I was dealing with. So basically, I called some family up, and we met in my neck of the woods. So I met over, and I did the whole business deal in a Subway restaurant. I sat with my back against the wall so I can see them when they come in, and I had my people in the parking lot. So there were like 13 cars that everyday people walk around with. Those were my people, just in case if something happened, something went wrong. I don't know what these people are at the end of the day. I don't know what they're capable of doing. I've got this formula that they're curious about. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting myself into. So I'm sitting in the restaurant. I got my family members are sitting in the restaurant. I got family members sitting outside, waiting to see what happens. So the guy came in, real tall dude. I forget his name was Laszlo. Real tall dude came in with a bunch of other people. I guess some of them were lawyers and stuff. We sat down. We had this conversation. Real cool, real nice guy at the end of the day. And he talked about a few things, what he wanted to do. And what he said, before I leave, I'm going to leave you some money. So that way, put a down payment, and you can keep the rest. He dropped 10 grand right down the table, not just a check. He wrote it off. And he said, okay, we only want $3,000 of that of product, and the rest is yours. And I was like, I was blown away. Then they came in with a draft contract. Draft contract was that freaking thick because it was a global contract. And I was like, oh. And when they left and drove off, that's my people came out and they started talking. I said, so what happened? I said, yo, let's go get something to eat. We got to talk. I got to put some money in the bank. We're going to go see it. I took everybody out shopping, went to go see it. We chilled for a little bit. And I went to go talk to some other people. I said, look, I got this massive order to fill. I need some help. My buddy TK let me rent out of his garage. Gave me $600 to rent the garage out for a couple of hours. They were cool friends of mine. And we all went there, made the paint, got everything done, called them up. They came up, they picked it up. And that's why when you go on Facebook, we show you that European Facebook, that was them. That was the company. Man. But, even though that contract didn't work out, I took away something of that. I took away experience. That's what I took away from that. I learned a lot dealing with these people, and I learned how to conduct business a little bit better and a lot smarter. Now when I do contracts, I'm very careful on how to do them. I should have prayed on that one. I didn't pray on it. I was very excited about getting it, and I didn't even pray on it. And the Lord did protect me, but these people try to take my business from me. Slowly try to take my business from me. And my Lord protected me. Blessed me with the technology under the 4K Crystal Onyx, which that is the black technology we started engineering. And that's right around the time when we had the D5K and D4K where we bumped into Screen Innovation. That was in 2016, I think we were talking about Screen Innovation. We were testing their products out. So, we developed, it's interesting how God works everything out because we developed the digital 4K to get out of the contract. So basically, I went in, the only way I can get out of a 10-year global contract, literally, I was stuck in this thing, and they were basically slowly taking my company from me. And one of their suggestions was to remove our prices off the site. And this is how I was making my money at the end of the day. So my orders started to slow down dramatically because they were ciphering off me. They were basically taking my orders from me. They were doing all this advertising. People were buying. They had bigger websites, better advertising. They had more money. They were a big company. So basically, they were slowly phasing me out. And they were having business meetings and all this stuff and parties and banquets. We were never invited to any of this stuff, never told about it. Bunch of communications. Like I said, communications is the key thing in business. Bad communications. Communications started off fantastic, but then they started to slow down, couldn't get information, were left in the dark most of the time, and it became extremely frustrating. So the Lord said, enough is enough. And this is where he blessed me with the ability to be able to drop one company and build another one. And that's what happened. We actually obsoleted our own technology under Digital One. We had all the beta testers do tests side by side next to the black technology versus the gray technology we developed. And we basically were able to basically destroy our own technology, which made their product worth nothing because everybody wanted the digital 4K Crystal Onyx because it was darker, it was near black, and they didn't want the product. And they took us to court. They took us to court because they said, did we delivery sabotage? But no, I didn't. And under the contract, which was under my company's name and not me, which means you have a right to digital and crystal screen paint and not Kenneth Bird, which means I'm free to make whatever I want. The problem is where they messed up is that they thought that they had everything I had. Let's go down there. Let's take what he has, and I'm pretty sure he can't make another screen paint. Ho, ho, ho. You got the wrong person at the end of the day. And yes, I did get the speech at the table. I get the speech to everybody at the table I'm doing contracts with. Simple and plain. Why do you fight for the crumbs below when there's a 4-course meal below, up above you? Which means we give you a little bit of paint. You fight over that. And then we end up separating, our contracts sever, and we're going our way, and our technology continues to grow. And then you don't get a chance to take advantage of any of that technology. Now, years later, look at the technology we have now compared to what we had with Digital One. They can't even get access to that now. So, going through all that, I had to literally obsolete my technology in order to get out of it. What pushed us in the direction of black technology, because again, when we were developing the D4K and D5K, they were like darker, they were near gunmetal, but they weren't actually black screens. So that's when I bumped into Black Diamond and I saw their demonstrations and I thought the screen was black, and I'm like, wow, how is he doing that? How is he getting those colors, those levels to come out of a black screen? How is that possible? Because I literally thought the screen was black. And then that's when my vice president, June, went down and got me the sample sheet of Black Diamond. And then I realized it wasn't black, it was gunmetal, but it was still really, really dark. And when I put that against my screen paint, it was like, boom. Took it apart. Yeah, at the time, yes, we were changing over to the D4K and D5K, but still curious because I still have my digital crystal screen paints there, and I wanted to see the difference between that and what I had there, and it was far more advanced than anything I've ever seen before. Then we put it against some of the darker screens under the digital 4K, some of the digital 4K Crystal Onyx, and our product matched. We got a match, which means this screen did come up brighter on the white levels, and that's what I had to work on. So I spent the last couple of weeks in the house working. And then eventually they saw the demonstrations and they contacted me. And that's how I found out about Screen Innovation contacting us, which I was kind of shocked because I didn't think a big company like that in the day would pay us any mind. Why would they? But we caught their attention, and that's why I have the letter that I can show you from Screen Innovation. So with that being said, they wanted us to come down to Dallas, Texas, and I wanted an NDA because my product was new. And that's where the attorneys got involved. So that let me know at the end of the day that we can basically threaten them at the end of the day with our technology. If you're that terrified that you're going to basically file that order for us to remove anything to do with your products, then that's when I got to the point where I said, if I'm going to develop a screen, I want it to be 100% black. And Diamond is responsible for basically pushing us in a direction toward black technology. Because as I started engineering it, I wanted something that was better than theirs. And that's how we got the black technology. And that's our history right there. So for you naysayers at the end of the day who think you know me, you know what I'm about, no you don't. I can go back 8 years on my YouTube channel and I can show you the 4K Crystal Onyx. I can show you all the beta testers. I can go back and show you from Facebook, the European account, if it's still there or not, of the company that was actually doing under digital and crystal screen paint. I can show you where I first started off with gray screen paint products. And now, the new road we're on for 2023, we're going corporate. And our company's going to turn into a multi-million-dollar business. All that hard work. Well, that's a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of effort to do what I need to do. Let me go put my tropical fish on. Wrong remote control. Wrong remote control. So we don't really need to do the big companies anymore. Because now in a way I kind of understand how they think. They couldn't care less. I mean, I do my demonstrations, and yes, it shows off our technology being more advanced than theirs. But at the end of the day, does that bother them? No, they really don't. They don't care. These guys are making billions and millions and millions. Millions and millions. I don't know if they're making billions, but they're making millions and millions of dollars. Probably could be making billions of dollars. Who knows? So why would they care? I wouldn't. And now at the stage that I'm at, why would I care about you naysayers at the end of the day doing dumb demonstrations? Why? I mean, if you're slandering me and you call me a scammer, yeah, I'm coming after you. But I don't call these companies scammers at the end of the day. I don't call them fakes. I don't call them phonies. I said their product should be a little better. It should make more advanced technology. You really should. It'd be nice. I mean, something to challenge at the end of the day. But they're not fakes and they're not scammers at the end of the day. They make very good products at the end of the day. Very good products. Where you guys come on there, you could say, hey, I don't like the product. It's too dark. Yeah, that's your personal opinion. I respect that. But if you're going to come out there and say that my product is too dark and it's a scam and I'm stealing from people, robbing, then we got to go to court because now you're trying to tarnish my reputation. And I got to make an example out of you. So that's where that comes in at. I'm not a big fan of Diamond Technology, but I respect the man that made it. I respect the time he put in and the work that he put in to develop that, and he deserves everything he has. I'm not going to sit there and say he doesn't deserve it because he deserves everything he has. And no, I'm not saying this to kiss up and brown because I'm not concerned about it. I don't want to be a part of his company. I don't want to make products for his company. I don't. I'm happy with my own technology. I think it's far better. But I'm not going to say that he doesn't deserve to be there because he does. He earned it. Just like any other company out here, they earned it, the right to be there. All right, well, with that being said, where's my tropical fish, man? I can't wait to paint this wall. You have no idea. I hate this thing. One time I bought a 158-inch screen. I had it sitting on the ground, and I didn't even watch it because I couldn't paint it yet. Oh, we're in the wrong remote control with that one. Tropical 4K fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Their daily lives unaware their data is harvested and used to track them. But now, they have a choice.
Who are you?
Because with iPhone, privacy is built in from the beginning. And to help illustrate the point clearly, we're going to take a look at a day in the life of an average person's data.
Whoa, wow, sorry, what do you mean by average? Sorry, can I just check how tight as a concept are we?
Once I get the screen painted in, I'm gaming off of it. Definitely gaming off of it. It's going to be kind of strange because this screen right now, I'm gaming off and doing 16:9. Probably gonna get a screen size of maybe, like, let's see, we're 168 at 235.1. So probably between 120 to 130 if I do it at 16:9 for gaming. So this screen's gonna do several formats. It's gonna do 60-inch and portrait for my work computers. Then it's gonna switch over to 168 at 235.1 for widescreen movies. Oh yeah! And then we're gonna have it at probably 120 to 125 or 27. That is going to be for 16:9 if I want to do gaming in here. But I'm probably going to hook up my RetroPie in here. And I'm going to run probably some other cool stuff. I'm going to run like old gaming systems in here too. I'm going to get my Dreamcast and all them out and run them. Well, wait a minute. The RetroPie does all that. Gotta buy me another one. I gave one to my my sister's brother, sister's son. Which that's going to be at 4.3. But I'm going to have my PS4 in here and my PS5 in the other room. We're definitely going to do a video on the modification of the PS5. I'm going to get a water cooling system for it. It's going to be sick. LED lights and all that stuff. That's why we have to get a Molex power supply to do that. Wonder. Let me see something. Watch it real quick. Mad Max, widescreen.
Getting that from YouTube.
This one in widescreen. One of these is widescreen. Oh, this is the really widescreen right here. Oh, somebody got this. Is that widescreen? How's it got widescreen with that? That's not even widescreen. Is that white? One material for a minute. 104-inch. That's not widescreen. Beautiful setup. I ain't gonna hate on the setup. The setup is very nice. 3.9. What the heck is that? Oh, that's the game? Oh, I forgot about that part. PC gaming. We could do 235. We do widescreen. Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to have to build me a gaming PC for this bad boy. For racing in here? Yeah, definitely. Since this is going to be ultra short throw, we're definitely going to have to do some driving simulators in here. Man, that's going to look sick. Oh, we got to check that out. We definitely got to check that out. Well, they got a new widescreen. We got Mad Max. What was this one? Mad Max Road to Fury widescreen. Ultra widescreen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, this is going to be beautiful. This is definitely going to be beautiful. So like I said, all this stuff right here, not even going to be here. We're going to get rid of all that. Turn the lights on, watch it. Boom. So basically all this right here, gone. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. And we're just going to put our cloud sofa. We're going to take our computers. We're going to build a nice little shelf system with fan system. So I can slide that underneath there. Keep that all hidden nice. And we're going to get ourselves another micro form factor PC. I need that because I need to download all my movies in widescreen only for this setup right here. That's what I got to do with that right there. And yeah, you know, for gaming and all that stuff. So everything here, I want to make it all micro form factor. As a matter of fact, I'm taking those cases out too. All those cases, I'm taking them out. I'm gonna get those little micro cases so I can slide everything into a nice little, like, you know, like a hard drive case where they slide the hard drives in, but it's just gonna be for my PCs. And there, we got the 5G in here, so we're just gonna network everything in here all wireless. And then that way I can sit back on here, comfortable, everything's wireless, watch my 235.168, convert to portrait mode for work, convert it to 4.3 for the RetroPie, and then for the PS4 and for gaming PC, we can switch it over to 16.9 or 1610. Yeah, that'll definitely work. And we'll put a nice little speaker system in here. Oh, this one right here, is this the widescreen one too? Oh, I got Star Wars. I forgot The Awakening, or whatever it's called. Which one is it? The Awakening? I had that in 235.1 widescreen. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to paint this wall. Oh, let's do some cockpit racing games, widescreen, ultra widescreen.
Getting that from YouTube.
It's like we're camping.
We've never been camping.
We've always talked about it.
This is scratch resistant and waterproof?
It's basically kid proof. And it's up to 20% off.
Ultra-wide and super ultra-wide monitors have become somewhat affordable. Being at the brink of 1,000 euros, still a lot of money for most of us, but also the dream of many sim racers, like me. I finally did it.
Yeah, you gotta have that ultra wide screen for gaming, for driving simulators. I've seen that. I've seen the monitors for those. The monitors are crazy expensive. And what color are the monitors, boys and girls? They are black. Not gray, not white. They are black monitors. Oh, I cannot wait. Oh man, this is gonna be amazing. Ooh, nice simulator. Tropical 4K fish
Hey,
relaxing.
fellow sim racers, my name is George.
Getting that from
Today I want to
YouTube.
All right, well, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Our screen paints, 32 ounces, are available on our website for $100. That sale won't last long. And once everything's done, like I said, I do thank you all. I'm going to have a goodbye video. I do thank you all for basically supporting our products. We do appreciate that. I will have videos popping on from time to time. We're still going to talk about updates and all that stuff right there. I'm going to be showing up the screens, the P2 setup, and all that other cool stuff. And then I'll show off some of the stuff we're going to be doing offline with some of the people we're going to be connected with and doing some of the projects we're going to be working with on actually selling and getting our screen paint out there on the market. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.